Before you continue with your day, let me tell you something powerful. The very first thoughts you have when you wake up can determine how much money, opportunity, and peace you will attract in the hours ahead. Napoleon Hill called this moment the secret doorway to the subconscious. And today, you're going to learn how to use it. You may have noticed that some people seem to naturally attract prosperity, opportunities, and wealth, while others remain stuck in a constant cycle of scarcity. It's not just luck, and it's not a coincidence. In reality, there is a small daily habit that may be quietly shaping the direction of your financial prosperity, and most people have no idea they are sabotaging it within the very first minutes of their day. According to the studies of Napoleon Hill, one of the most influential figures in personal development and success mindset, the first 15 minutes of the morning have a profound impact on your subconscious mind, your mental frequency, and even on the way the universe responds to your thoughts. During this short window, your mind is especially open to mental reprogramming, to the principles of the law of attraction, and to building a genuine mindset of abundance. The problem is that 99% of people start their day the wrong way. Instead of using those first moments to activate gratitude, visualization, affirmations, and a clear declaration of purpose, they immediately dive into worries, phone notifications, and negative thoughts. Without realizing it, they are programming their own subconscious for more limitations, fewer opportunities, and an entire day that is out of alignment with abundance. But the good news is that this can change, and in a much simpler way than you might imagine. When you learn to consciously use those first minutes of the day, you begin to activate the true power of your mind, align your awareness with infinite intelligence, strengthen your faith and spirituality, and open the door to deep personal transformation. There is a moment right after you wake up that almost no one truly values, yet it can profoundly influence your entire day. The first 15 minutes of the morning are like fertile ground where your thoughts begin shaping your mindset, your awareness, and even your financial prosperity. At that moment, your mind is still suspended between sleep and wakefulness, which makes the subconscious extremely receptive. This is why many spiritual traditions have always regarded the beginning of the day as a sacred moment. When you start your morning with positive energy, gratitude, and clear intention, you begin aligning your mental frequency with abundance and opportunity. Interestingly, this is exactly where many personal development experts say the true process of personal transformation begins. During more than 2 decades of studying extremely successful individuals, Napoleon Hill noticed something fascinating that very few people talked about. Many millionaires and influential leaders started their day with a specific type of morning ritual focused on controlling their thoughts before facing the outside world. For them, this small habit was a powerful tool for mental reprogramming. Hill observed that these individuals deeply understood the power of the mind and the influence of the subconscious in creating results. Instead of waking up and reacting to problems, they deliberately cultivated a mindset of abundance, connecting their thoughts to prosperity, success, and the opportunities they wished to attract. This simple mental adjustment completely changed the mental frequency with which they began their day. Imagine your mind as a fertile field at sunrise. In the first 15 minutes, each one of your thoughts acts like a seed planted directly into the subconscious. Depending on what you place there, prosperity or scarcity, the rest of the day begins to grow in that same direction. If you wake up complaining, worried about bills, or already imagining problems, you are watering seeds of scarcity without even realizing it. But when you begin your day cultivating gratitude, positive energy, and a mindset of abundance, a silent process of mental reprogramming begins. And it is precisely this type of adjustment that opens space for opportunities, success, and greater abundance throughout the day. One simple yet extremely powerful practice within a morning ritual is making a conscious declaration of faith as soon as you wake up. Instead of starting the day doubting yourself or expecting difficulties, you might affirm something like, "I am prosperous now," or "abundance flows naturally into my life." These affirmations send a clear message to your subconscious and strengthen your abundance mindset. At first, it may feel like just words. But with daily repetition, they initiate a real process of mental reprogramming. Your brain gradually begins to accept this new narrative, aligning your thoughts, your mental frequency, and even your decisions with greater financial prosperity and success. It's like adjusting the direction of a ship at the very beginning of a journey, a small movement that completely changes the destination of the day. There is also a curious moment right after waking up when your mind is not fully operating in its usual logical mode. At that stage, your conscious mind is still slightly drowsy while your subconscious remains active, open, and receptive. It is precisely in this mental window that your thoughts have a much stronger influence on your mindset and on how your day will unfold. It's as if your mind's doors are wide open to mental reprogramming. When you use that moment to cultivate prosperity, abundance, and positive energy, you begin adjusting your mental frequency to attract more opportunities and success. This is why so many spiritual and personal development practices place so much emphasis on how you begin your day. While you sleep, your subconscious continues working quietly. It organizes memories, connects ideas, and processes experiences from the previous day. It's as if your mind is operating in an internal laboratory, preparing new insights, strengthening your awareness, and adjusting your mindset. When you wake up, this system remains active for a few minutes. That means any thought, affirmation, or visualization practice during that moment goes directly into your mental programming. This is why practices related to the law of attraction, manifestation, and the power of the mind place so much importance on the beginning of the morning. One of the simplest and most powerful habits is starting the day with gratitude. Even before checking your phone or rushing into tasks, take a few seconds to recognize something good: being alive, having new opportunities, or simply having another day ahead of you. This small gesture completely shifts your mental frequency. Gratitude sends a clear message of abundance to your subconscious rather than scarcity. Gradually, your mind begins searching for more reasons to feel grateful, and this strengthens your prosperity mindset. After gratitude comes a practice widely used by many leaders in personal development: visualization. Close your eyes for a few seconds and imagine your life with the financial prosperity, success, and opportunities you wish to achieve. However, there is an important detail: it's not enough to simply imagine, you must feel it. When emotion and thought combine, the subconscious interprets that experience as something real. This initiates a deep process of mental reprogramming that strengthens your mindset of abundance. Another powerful step within the morning ritual is defining a declaration of purpose. Ask yourself, what is the main intention of my day today? It can be something simple, like creating new opportunities, acting with confidence, or advancing an important project. When you declare a purpose, your brain begins searching for ways to fulfill it. Your thoughts become more organized, your awareness grows sharper, and even your intuition starts pointing toward directions that previously went unnoticed. By repeating this process every day, you gradually create a powerful mental conditioning. Your mind becomes accustomed to starting the day focused on abundance rather than limitations. This type of habit strengthens the abundance mindset, increases your ability to perceive opportunities, and helps maintain positive energy even when challenges appear. Gradually, your mind stops merely reacting to the world and begins creating results. After preparing the mind, it is helpful to involve the body as well. A simple stretch, a few deep breaths, or a short walk can activate your physical energy. While doing this, repeat affirmations related to prosperity, success, and abundance. Physical movement helps anchor these ideas in the subconscious, making mental reprogramming even more effective. Affirmations are positive statements that help reshape your thoughts and your mindset. Phrases such as "I attract financial prosperity," "New opportunities appear for me every day," or "My mind is aligned with abundance" can become part of your daily ritual. At first it may feel unusual, but with persistence these phrases begin shaping the way you think. Gradually, your subconscious starts accepting these ideas as truth. One interesting way to understand the mind is to imagine the subconscious as a garden. Everything you plant there, thoughts, beliefs, and emotions eventually grows. If you plant fear, doubt, and scarcity, those ideas spread quickly. But when you plant prosperity, faith, positive energy, and a vision of success, your mind begins producing completely different results. Planting seeds of abundance means consciously choosing the type of thoughts you nurture. This includes the words you use, the content you consume, and even the conversations you engage in. The more you reinforce ideas of prosperity, wealth, and opportunity, the more your mental frequency aligns with similar experiences. Another powerful habit is dedicating a few minutes to inspirational reading. Books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill are excellent for strengthening a success-oriented mindset. You can also explore works on personal development, spirituality, or biographies of successful individuals. This type of content feeds your subconscious with ideas of growth and personal transformation. Just as the body needs good nutrition, the mind does too. Consuming positive content early in the morning helps elevate your awareness and your positive energy. This may include podcasts, inspirational messages, or studies connected to spirituality, the law of attraction, or life purpose. Your mind functions like a magnet. Whatever dominates your thoughts tends to attract similar experiences. When you maintain focus on abundance, prosperity, and opportunity, your mental frequency begins aligning with those possibilities. The idea of mental frequency appears frequently in concepts related to spiritual laws and manifestation. Your thoughts act like signals you send into the universe. When your mind vibrates in scarcity, you notice more problems. But when it vibrates in abundance, you begin noticing pathways that were previously invisible. Many people live trapped in a mental loop. The same negative thoughts repeat every day and end up reinforcing limiting beliefs. Breaking this cycle requires awareness and daily practice. The morning ritual becomes an effective way to interrupt that pattern. Each morning offers an opportunity to renew the mind. It's like pressing a reset button on your mental system. By starting the day with gratitude, visualization, and affirmations, you create a new pattern of thinking and strengthen your mindset of abundance. True prosperity does not involve only money. It also includes inner peace, spirituality, purpose, and emotional balance. When these areas are aligned, financial prosperity often appears as a natural consequence. Faith is essential, but it must be accompanied by action. Manifestation happens when your thoughts, emotions, and actions move in the same direction. This alignment creates a powerful force of personal transformation. When your mindset changes, your perception also changes. You begin to notice opportunities you once ignored. This happens because your mind becomes trained to recognize pathways to success. Creating a new morning ritual requires persistence. At first it may feel unfamiliar, but after a few weeks it becomes natural. Many experts suggest practicing for 30 days to solidify mental reprogramming. The subconscious works like an extremely loyal servant. It accepts as truth whatever you consistently repeat. That's why it's so important to carefully choose your thoughts and affirmations. Imagination is one of the most powerful tools of the mind. Great achievements often begin first as ideas. When you use visualization combined with emotion, you activate the process of manifestation. A powerful exercise is to experiment with this morning ritual for 30 days. Use the first 15 minutes to practice gratitude, visualization, and affirmations. Observe how your awareness, your energy, and your opportunities begin to change. All real change begins from the inside out. When your mindset changes, your actions change as well. And with new actions, new results begin to appear. Many traditions speak about an infinite intelligentsia, greater power that guides the universe. Some people call it God, others refer to it as universal energy. When your mind is calm and aligned, it becomes easier to perceive that connection. Intuition is often the silent voice of this spiritual connection. It may appear as a feeling, an idea, or a subtle inner knowing. The more you strengthen your awareness, the clearer that guidance becomes. In the end, the morning ritual is far more than just a simple habit. It becomes a powerful tool for personal transformation. By mastering the first 15 minutes of your day, you begin mastering your mindset, your decisions, and the path of your prosperity. Now pause for a moment and reflect. How have you been starting your mornings? Are you programming your mind for abundance or, without realizing it, feeding thoughts of scarcity within the very first minutes of the day? The truth is that small daily decisions can completely transform your reality. When you begin taking care of your mindset, strengthening your faith, aligning your thoughts with prosperity, and acting with persistence, you open space for new opportunities, greater wealth, and deep personal transformation. So here is a simple yet powerful challenge. Try applying this ritual for the next 30 days. Use the first 15 minutes of your morning to practice gratitude, visualization, affirmations, and a clear declaration of purpose. Observe how your awareness, your energy, and your decisions begin to change. And now I want to hear from you. Are you ready to transform your mornings and unlock your prosperity? If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for the next videos. There are still many powerful principles about abundance mindset, the law of attraction, spirituality, and personal development that can help you build the life you truly desire.